This is Module 3, Lesson 5, titled The Opposite of a Number's Opposite. The goals of this lesson are I can find the opposite of a number's opposite, and I can find the opposite of a number's opposite on a number line. As always, watch this video as many times as necessary. Pause the video if you need to, and make sure that you take good notes throughout. Let's go to the opening exercise. Letter A wants us to locate the number -2 and its opposite on the number line below. So I'm going to place a point on -2, and I'm going to place it on its opposite, which is 2. Remember the reason why opposites are the same distance from 0 on a number line. -2 is 2 spaces to the left, so +2 is its opposite because it's 2 spaces on the right. Letter B wants us to write an integer that represents each of the following. So the first question, 90 feet below sea level. We think of sea level as being like the 0 on a number line. Below it would be negative integers. So if we have 90 feet below sea level, we would represent it with a -90. The next one, $100 of debt. Debt means you owe some people some money. So therefore, you have less than 0. That would be a negative integer as well. A -100 would represent that situation. And then 2 degrees Celsius above 0. 0 degrees Celsius would be the 0 part. Above it would be positive. So therefore, we would represent that with a positive integer 2. Now letter C. It says Joe is at the ice cream shop and his house is 10 blocks north of the shop. The park is 10 blocks south of the ice cream shop. When he's at the ice cream shop, is Joe closer to the park or his house? How could the number 0 be used in this situation? Explain. So if we first look at the information that we're given, okay, if he's at the ice cream shop, his house is 10 blocks north of it, and the park is 10 blocks south of the ice cream shop. Of course, we want to know, when he's at that ice cream shop, is he closer to the park or his house? And then use 0 in this situation. So if we use a number line, this time we're going to use a vertical number line because we're going to be using the directions north and south. North is up and south is down on a map. We have to have a starting point, which is going to be 0. I'll put some positive integers in here. Put some above 0, and then I'm going to put some negative integers for these tick marks. Now, both pieces of information were given in relationship to the ice cream shop, which was where Joe was at. So we're going to use that to represent 0. His house was 10 blocks north of the ice cream shop. So if each of these tick marks represents a block, this would be where his house would be at. And the park is 10 blocks south of the ice cream shop. South would be down on the map, of course. So each tick mark represents a block. That means that's the location of the park. Notice both of those are the same distance from 0, so therefore both places are the same distance from the ice cream shop. Both 10 blocks from the ice cream shop. Zero is going to represent the ice cream shop because that is the starting point, you might say. It is where we base both pieces of information in both given information was from the ice cream shop.